Hi guys and welcome to Train Sim TV. In today's video we're going to be taking a look at the work in progress. It's not finished, it's the Fen Lines. It's from Benedict Cooper at 4 Aspect Simulation. We've just literally streamed this route on our stream just gone, this evening of the 6th of the 11th 2020. And we're going to be doing the same scenario again, but we're also going to do another one on top of that. So it's going to be 2 runs in this video. It's about 45 or so minutes long, maybe a little bit more by the time we've shown some stuff off. We're starting at Downham Market. We're going to head towards Kings Lynn, and then we're going to come back from Kings Lynn back down to Downham Market. We'll have a look at bits and pieces along the way, look at the custom assets, and we'll just talk you through what's been done so far. So we're on the class 317 as well for this, so which is nice as well. I was expecting a 365 for the run, but to have a nice drive on the National Express liveried 317 was quite a treat. The route itself, it is set in 2007 sort of era time, and you'll see various different brands in terms of TLC names on signs, such as Wagon. There's some that are actually blank. I'm just going to show you all these bits and pieces. NSE and First Capital Connect. So this station itself is a fully custom model by Benedict, which comes with some really nice little features such as these fantastic destination signs. These feature on all stations on the line, and they've got the textures actually sort of match, well they do match towards the station that they're at. So this one's telling you that it's going towards King's Cross and it's giving you the stations in order from this stop onwards. If you go to the other side, you'll see this one's going to Kings Lynn, calling it Watlington and Kings Lynn. So they're really, really nice, these. Really nice detail. Another sign there's another ex-wagon sign. There's all sorts of stuff. I'm just trying to point out bits and pieces that have been done here. So you've got the CSR signage. These numbers go at the end of the CSR code. So you put your numbers in and you put this 4-digit code in at the end of the number string you put into the little computer in the train, and it just tells you what signal you're at, which is really nice. There's all sorts of bits of quirky stuff like this. This signal post as well is really interesting. I mean, the signal's been put onto its side. It's a gantry signal sideways on, but it's quite cool, and I'm just loving that. This sort of detail that's been put in is absolutely fantastic. Station itself, really, really nice. All customised, fully custom station building as well. Comes complete with the Railway Arms signage. The pub itself actually isn't here now. The Railway Arms, apparently it's just a generic pub name now. So yeah, that's that one. This one's been extended over the time as well. You can see where the old brick, and then it's come to the new section. And yeah, that's that. The other thing to note as well is the custom OHLE that's been built for this route itself. So it will literally be a complete package. Everything it will be self-contained. All the custom assets that come. There's loads of little bits and pieces that Benedict's made for this, which look really, really nice. He's put some hard work into this so far. He's been working on it for about 6 months. I say everything you see from here is complete, apart from the Middleton branch. That's still not quite finished, but everything on the main line going to Kings Lynn is done. Let's get ourselves set up, get the doors open. So when the route's complete, it'll be Kings Lynn all the way down to to Cambridge, sorry. And that, I think, is about, he said, about 40 miles all in all when done, which is cool. So it's quite a lengthy run. Wait for these doors to shut. Whilst I'm waiting, I'll show you the map. So we're here, which is Downham Market. The route south goes towards Ely and obviously Cambridge. Cambridge track's not in yet. That will come. Ely's here, Papworth is there, and then we're going to go north to Kings Lynn. You've got the Lynn Loco run round signs there, and then the branch that goes to Middleton Towers as well. Again, this section isn't quite finished yet. That will come in time. It's about, I think the next stage for the route for Benedict is down to Littleport, sorry, Waterbeach further, Littleport. And then onwards down to Ely, and he mentioned probably the next time we'll get a run further will be when it gets to Ely. He said it's about 10 miles at least to Littleport. I think Ely after that is about 5 miles, something like that. So you've got, I can't remember what he said this was called. This is custom though. I know that much. I think it is a flower. Is it a flower factory or something like that? I think it is this one. It still operates today. Really cool. Custom bridges as well, and all sorts of little scenes. He's gone to some detail in terms of the road clutter and stuff like that as well. He got the road curbing and stuff like that, got cones and stuff. All these bits of signages for the road, telegraph poles and stuff. You get some really nice screenshot scenes. On the other side, we've also got the Bennett and Son buildings. These are custom as well, which are really nice. Loving the old brickwork textures and all the moss and stuff all over them. Really cool. So these are three different ones here. So these are all different shapes and sizes on the buildings there. I'll show you the extension to the front of the station here as well. We've got 3D. It's got the fake 3D sort of effect. That's what we do. It's what Will does as well for JT. It's really cool. Sort of the way it works is rather than using proper 3D block letters to take your FPS up, we do like loads of flat shapes and put them on top of each other and build them up. Give that 3D effect, which is cool. We've also got Walker's Autos, and I believe this is a scene which is Mark and his dog Diesel. So Mark and Diesel have got into the video as well. Yeah, the scenery sort of, the OHLE ends here. There's a bit of scenery going towards Littleport that way, but it ends just sort of over there. I won't go any further with that. That'll be for a future video when we get more. Right, let's take this on pause because we're getting ourselves driving shortly. As far as I'm aware, we are the first people to show Kings Lynn in a video on Train Sim. Also doing it as a stream as well, which is nice. So we've sort of like done TS history for you guys to see in video form. Get that into forward. Let's get the windows down. Put lighting on as well. This train is for Kings Lynn. So distance to Kings Lynn is 10.82 miles. It's about a 25 minutes to run scenario this is. I'll be driving it a little bit faster than I did on the stream as well. I was just trying to keep up with everything whilst I was streaming. And the next stop is Watlington, which is 4.75 miles away. I'll change that to 4-car as well because that's what we are. I'm very impressed with the route itself. So much detail's been put into it. It's Benedict's first route in terms of custom assets as well, and he's gone straight into the deep end with it. He's done so much just to do the OHLE itself. I believe Dan Holmes was involved with helping out with the nodes in the creation of getting them onto them. After that, obviously, Benedict was very confident to continue doing it himself. FPS is absolutely superb, getting a good 50 to 60 FPS. The way the route's built as well, it's I'll just show you that as well. So there's another one of them CSR codes there. Now I believe these you can place them in. I think you can edit them yourself in the actual editor and just place them where you need to be. There's a 365 going by there, heading south. So what we did with the stream was we I'll show that as well. There's so many bits and pieces, like these CSR boards. These work. These actually are track linked. Benedict's made these himself rather than having to rely on using like AP packs to use their CSR boards. So anything that's got a CSR board, this will work, which is really cool to see. And there's some lovely detail, a nice bit of weathering on there as well. All around fantastic again. So yeah, I'll ask loads of questions in the stream. So if you missed the stream, give him a bit of a quiz on everything, like why the Fen Lines, why do you not choose anything else, stuff like that. Of course, he's got his other route, which he was doing the East Coast Main Line mod. That hasn't been cancelled. It's just sort of taken a bit of a backseat at the minute with this. He said it might come at some point. Hopefully it does. Fingers crossed. But at the minute, I think he's full on with this, so he wants to get this pushed out and get it worked on. Which I don't blame him, to be quite honest. I'm going to shut these windows off because it's really, really loud. Better. But yeah, it was just quizzed them all sorts of bits and pieces, really. Like what sort of things challenged as well, and what sort of how long he's been building stuff, all them sort of general questions, and the background to the route and stuff like that. And it was really good, quite interesting actually. Felt like a bit like an interviewer. So we've got these interesting bits of OHLE as well. It's quite cool. These clock my eye. Like the sort of like the single spans, like that, a little bit of tram catenary really, and then you've got the hangers over the top, which is a bit different. Another custom bridge on the left hand side there over the river, or the canal. You can just see in the distance, I think. I saw it there. You can just see in the distance, right over there, there's a silhouette of the Lynn power station, which is the gas power station. Was decommissioned and it's actually just been put back into use quite recently, I believe. As well, I mentioned to Benedict, he's picked a really, really easy route. Even though it's not, he actually said it isn't an easy route because it's so flat. You've got to try and make it not look boring, if you know what I mean. Because basically the way tracing works as well, it only loads in so much stuff at a time, so you've got to try and keep it going. It looks realistic, but obviously not boring, if you get what I mean. Got to have a good balance of the scenery. Watlington not too far away now, just approaching upon the hood. I will stop at Watlington this time. I managed to miss it a little bit on the stream, so we'll make sure the whole train does actually go into the platform. We'll take a little look around whilst we're there as well. I didn't go through any custom, well, not custom, but requirements for the route, simply because when we got towards the end, Benedict stated that stuff's subject to change in terms of requirements, so there was not really much point going through everything. One of the things that is in there is Liverpool to Manchester and the JT Common Library, which will stay, he said. Everything else is subject to change. But the route itself is nowhere near finished yet. There's no point me saying anything else, not because I didn't ask myself when it's going to be done. Right, so this is Watlington. There's a stop board at the end of the platform here. So you've got the custom signal box here as well, which is Magdalen Road. Apparently this station was called Magdalen Road many years ago, hence why the signal box is actually it's called Magdalen Road. Again, you've got these lovely destination boards, which again match up to the actual station, so it tells you what's coming up next. So if I just sit there, you'll see the next stop should be Downham Market coming up first. There you go, and so on. I'm just going to pause the game for a second. Lovely bit of NSE on there. Don't worry about it looking really white and blown out. It's just because the sun's casting lighting on it, and it's just where the sun's sat. But yeah, it's lovely shelters as well. The fun fact with this one is apparently this type of shelter, I believe, is actually also used at Dovey Junction. So if anyone's ever making a route that goes through Dovey Junction, go and see Benedict. He's got a station shelter that will do quite nicely. Got a bit of old wagon signage here as well, and the fantastic speed signs that Benedict and Sinks made as well. These are full in use on this route, which is nice to see. So that's a 60 and 75 with an EMU on there. On the other side, I've got the sort of the mirrors and stuff like that. Same again really on the other side, it's just mirrored over this one. Other lovely little bits and pieces was, if you go a bit further away from there's bits of detail still. Stuff like this. These lovely custom signs for, this one says Watlington, please drive carefully. And it's stuff like this that you get a really nice sort of setting for screenshots. You could actually come out here, sort of like position yourself here and have a train going around the back of the on the back there. And it makes for a bit more of an interesting screenshot as well. Yeah, there's some lovely detailing in the gardens and stuff like in the driveways. The way he's done the route as well, it's pretty minimal, but the detail's there. It's not scrimped on the detail, which is really good. Everything's there as you need it. It's a bit sort of in a way of like DPS's style of route building as well. It's more intended, of course, as the your cab style running, rather than going right outside all the time. And again, it is the Fen, so it is very flat, don't forget. So we should have a CSR board coming up soon. There's also a SPAD signal here as well, which is nice to see. Don't see many routes with the SPAD signals used. Now there's a CSR board I think coming up in a moment, so I'll show you that. So if I sit down here, you should see the board coming by. It should be now 80. That's there. And the board, which is there, 80. So it'll change as you go over the marker for them. Five and a half miles to Kings Lynn. So there's other bits and pieces again to point out on the way into Kings Lynn that's been made. 90 mile an hour as well for our top speed on this one. That's for that little sign there. So you've got these lovely little custom bridges as well, which if you're going quite quick you won't really notice them, but as you see there, just nice little extras to the route, rather than using a generic out of another pack. He's gone to the extra detail and effort to make his own little bridge, which is nice to see. Again, you've got these lovely crossing scenes. Get some potential screenshots as well while we're here. I think the one we'll use is probably around Kings Lynn signal box, to be fair, but you never know. If you don't take screenshots, you don't have the option. So traction for this route mainly is 317s and 365s, although the other day they actually sent a 700 down. So there's another lovely bridge there. This used to be a double line as well, as you can see. The old bridge there obviously has a section where there's just the one line on, other one is empty. Again, another lovely little bridge there. This thing's so loud when it gets going. That's with the windows up. As you can see in the distance, that tall looking building with the red square in it, that's the old Campbell's soup factory building. I believe it's now a Tesco. I'll shut that thing up because it's really loud. So as well, this route, when it's eventually ready, it will be a fully free product to download. No idea though at the minute where it's going to be released. He did mention about using OTS as well. Mark was involved with the track laying, so that probably will be one of the options when it gets to the stage. Could be other places as well, but we don't know. Obviously it's quite a long way off to really say anything on that. So as we make our way towards Kings Lynn, there's another lovely scene down here with the bridge. You're never going to get the sunlight, but you get my gist. It looks really, really cool. So it's like sort of like sewage drain sort of things, or drainage trails. Heads off over that way. Just going to go over in, just show you guys some of the other buildings that Benedict's made. So starting off over here, you've got all these warehouses which are like sort of supermarkets, and mainly like Curry's PC World, retail parky sort of stuff, and all that sort of stuff. There's no brands on these. He's gone for the generic look, but you get the idea of what they are. I mean, that one, you know what that's going to be, don't you? It's a good old B&Q. You can't mistake a B&Q building. You've got KFC. You've got some generics from JT Common Library. They've got Pets at Work. Again, you've got the old soup factory building there, which is Campbell's. There is some other buildings somewhere. Might be a little bit further up actually. Yeah, I think there's a bit further up. There is some more bits and pieces. So we'll take you for a look around. What we'll do is we'll get to Kings Lynn, and then we'll merge onto the second scenario. I'll take you for a look around the Kings Lynn. But on the second run, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you guys just sit and enjoy the route rather than me talk over for the same run coming back. We'll just do an non-stop run, and then obviously I'll be back in at the end to round it up. But yeah, we're just approaching Kings Lynn now, just under a mile coming up. So we're going to slow ourselves down to 30 miles per hour. Again, there's another custom bridge that's been put in there. Just adds to the extra overall feel of the route. Again, another So this scene obviously has got a set of buffers in. This used to be a double track bridge, but the buffers have been left there, the bits of old rail left in. So it's just obviously it's been single lined. A lot of this went down to single line when they overhead wired it, I believe. I think that's what Benedict said. Another lovely scene going on here as well. Stuff like this. And that could be the scene. Get in here because there's an AWS somewhere around here. There it is. So as we go around the bending towards Kings Lynn, we've got the line coming up on the right hand side from the Middleton Towers branch. We're going to platform 1 as well with the working. And you can see the lovely signal box there at Kings Lynn Junction. This one was made by Callum Green at OTS. This was the first box for the route. Got the run around signage over there. We'll take you for a look at as well in a minute. So we'll do, let's say, we'll merge ourselves over to the other scenario, and I'll take you through a little tour of Kings Lynn. Again, Kings Lynn Station's fully custom. It's a lovely building. There's an interior inside of it as well. The overhead wiring turns into like a single tram line style as well as you get into Kings Lynn, which is nice. Nice little feature that's been added. Right, so get the doors open, and what we'll do is we'll merge ourselves over to the other scenario. So I'll be back in a couple of moments, but instantaneously really. You join me back at Kings Lynn for our return journey back down to Downham Market. So as you can see, there's a bit more action going on this time. It's a little bit earlier in the morning as well. It's about 6:15 AM. As you can see, the sun is rising, and this one is called Anglian Sunrise, this scenario. So before we get moving, I'm going to take you for a little look around Kings Lynn. So we'll start off with the station itself again, which is a fully custom model, and it looks absolutely superb. Again, with the lovely sort of town scene that's going on around here, with all the curbs and all the traffic lights and bits and pieces. It just makes for a really nice atmospheric area. Those are new as well, these buildings. It's quite cool. Some lovely houses there and flats and that. Back to the station, if we head through the doors, if you will, into the interior. So as you can see, get yourself a Pepsi, some snacks out of the bar, out the vending machine there, and then head on into the station through the obviously the ticket barriers there. We're on platform 1 on this side. There's a bay platform here as well. Funnily enough, the bay platform is actually platform 2, so 1, 2, and 3. It's quite an interesting layout, to be honest. Again, the station, another absolutely superb model that Benedict's put together for this. Some lovely detail. I'm loving this termination post as well, which is really interesting. Bit of a different setup going there, which is really cool. So we're on the Stansted Express this time as well. Moving over here, we have a Matalan and Morrison's building mock-up. And then if we head over to the run round sidings, You have the university college campus area. I think it's college. This is where Benedict actually went for his college, so it felt right for him to do this model for the route. Could have been done with generics, but to go that extra mile, he's gone to the effort and rebuilt all this as well. And if you head a little bit further down, you've got a custom bridge as well at the head shunt, which is really nice. Lovely little scene there. Obviously heading over here, you've got the crossing again, you've got the box there. And if we head down here, I'll just show you the little bit of the Middleton Towers branch. It sort of just ends over here, but there's still a bit to do down there yet. There's like a run around loop down that end as well. Right, so we'll get ourselves set up. So for this run, I'm going to mute the microphone fully, and I'll come back as we get towards the end of the run at Downham Market. The run itself again is a lovely 10.82 mile run. It's about 20 minutes, and we're just going to get ourselves set up on the bits and pieces up here. So we need to put 00229. So Liverpool Street. And on here, we need to turn it on first of all. Radio is lost, so we need to put the area code, which is 80, and then push the asterisk. Hang on for a minute. Excellent. And then I can't remember which other button we press. It's a setup, I think. So 5023. That's the one. So that's the CSR code and all the signal alias number put in there. So the 4-digit code equates to the blue plate, which is on the signal at the end of the platform, which I'll show you. So that's now saying 1 Hotel 87, so it knows what we're on, which is really clever. Oh, bless you. Yeah, so if you go down here, you can see that is 5023 for that plate. They're all different as well, they're all different for each side. And again, there's a CSR board there. And just another little addition to the station is the old danger overhead wires sign that's in made as well for this route, which is really nice. It's lovely stuff. Go for a screenshot, I think, on this side. On our way out, so just waiting for doors to shut. Once we leave, I'll mute my microphone. Love the lamps as well, and the station lamps are absolutely superb. Right. It appears I've not put my diary off. There we go. Man forgets how to drive a train. Right, enjoy the journey, guys. I'll be back in a little bit on the microphone. So I'm just going to quickly butt in here for a moment. I'm just going to quickly show you that it's the gas power station that I missed out on the first part of the run. So it's not overly high on the quality, but for the distance away from the track, it does an absolute superb job of replicating what it's meant to do. So that is the Lynn power station. And you can see it from quite a good distance away. I think you can see it from at least Watlington station. I think it's been set as a global asset. Same with the Campbell's soup building as well. That's the same sort of style. You can see it from quite a good distance away. I think also with that as well. I think that's the college over there, which is really cool. You get a nice sort of like skyline scene as well on the way in. So we're not actually that far away from Downham Market now. It's just literally coming up on the hood, about 1.5 miles away. So we'll just gonna get ourselves into there, do our platform stop, and then that'll be the end of the video. Just want to say again to Benedict, a massive thanks for allowing us to show the route on the stream, and also allowing us to do the video as well for you guys. For anyone that's missed the video, the Twitch stream, this will be on here forever and always to watch if you should need to come and have a look. Any questions, do not ever hesitate to ask regarding this project. We can pass them on to Benedict. Also, I will put the link to the 4 Aspects Simulations Facebook group, which you can get any updates from Benedict on there. Whenever they do any update posts and stuff, with pictures and stuff when they're moving forward with the project. So always look out for that. I hope you've enjoyed the run as much as I have. It's been an absolute pleasure to have a little play with it. Don't forget you can catch us on Twitch, regular intervals, usually sort of Tuesdays, Fridays kind of at the minute, but I will put posts up beforehand just in case anything's different. As well, don't forget YouTube, like, share, subscribe, hit the notifications bell for our future videos, so you'll get notifications on that. Once again, I hope you've enjoyed it, and thank you ever so much guys for watching. Take care, and we'll see you on the next video very soon. Bye for now.